So, my friends, today I'm going to teach you how to go from this to this. Are you ready? Let's go. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rod Vester, and this is the best place for musicians who want to develop skills on and off the instrument. Today we are talking about how to create better recording videos for social media. So all of the products that I'll talk about today, I have created links to those products in the description box so you can check those out. Also, there are timestamps here so you can move about the video, but all of it will be super helpful. It won't be long, and so let's get right into it. All right, so we're going to open up Pro Tools now. And so this can work with any digital audio workstation that you have, whether it's Logic or GarageBand or whatever you have. So in Pro Tools, I have recorded the keyboard part, the piano parts into Pro Tools via MIDI. And then, as you can see here, here's the MIDI file. And so what I did is also just bounce the MIDI file to a audio file. And that way I can cut down on using CPU, because typically these virtual instruments use a lot of computer power. So let me show you very quickly the piano that I use, the virtual instrument. Nothing is coming from the Kurzweil. Everything is coming from this virtual instrument. So here is Keyscape. This is by Spectrosonics. It's a wonderful, wonderful piano program. As you see here, I typically use the cinematic piano, and then I'll make some edits here and what I want to do. Typically I take off the reverb and I add reverb post-production when I'm mixing the piano or whatever instruments I'm mixing. But I typically use clear as the character. And then you see the EQ here. Sometimes I'll do the denoise here, depending on what type of music that I'm doing. Oh, let me go back here. So even with the performance here, the real noise and the pedal noise, sometimes I'll take this all the way down. Again, just depending on what I'm doing. But the pedal noise is pretty cool. You have the airy sound of the piano pedal. The sustain pedal in particular. You can see it has more than just acoustic pianos. You see all the acoustic pianos here. Just a lot. There's also bell tone keyboards here, a bunch of these, so on and so forth, clavinets, electric pianos, just a bunch of things, okay? And so this is the piano sound that I typically use. And as I said, I do some EQing after I have recorded the piano. One of the things that I use is Slate Digital, which is amazing. A lot of, virtual channels that simulate some of the analog board sounds, from back in the day. So some virtual channels here, also EQ things here, compression. Slate Digital is really amazing. And so then I'll do some, EQing here. This is just a stock plugin that comes with Pro Tools. And so some, low pass, high pass filter stuff here. And then, cutting out some of the muddiness of the piano within these certain frequencies, boosting some other frequencies. Just a typical type of mixing. All right, and so that's how that works. So if I'm doing a cover, I still go through the same process. So if I'm using some music that's already been pre-recorded, I just import that music into Pro Tools, use MIDI to record onto it. Then I'll use like a metronome, so I can find the tempo of the song, and then I'll, create a click track. So I'll be, of course, on beat with the performance. And so that really helps to sync up things as well when I use a metronome. Something like this particular example that I'm using now, I did not use a metronome for this, so it was just kind of just rubato, and I'm just kind of performing. And so it does make it a little harder to sync things up when it's not like, when you're not using a metronome, but it's not that big a deal. So let me show you how I did this. Let's go over to Adobe Premiere now. Okay, so now we are in Premiere Pro, and so you can use any other video software that you want to use. I believe this all will work the same, whether you're using iMovie or DaVinci Resolve or anything like that. It will have all of the same editing properties. Okay, so we have the video here, and we have the audio tracks here. And so I imported the audio track from Pro Tools, the one that, I mixed and mastered and kind of all of that. And that is here. And so then the original one is here. So let's see how this original one sounds. right? So you can hear the keys, the room. That's not what we want for recording for social media, okay? And so I just linked these up, and you can make this bigger here. So I just synced the original audio along with the post production audio, okay? This is what you get. Right? So the sound is much, much better. And so that's how you can do that. And if you can just look at the waveforms to really line them up. So it's not that difficult. And again, if you have a metronome or a click track or anything like that playing along with a song, then it becomes much easier. But if you're doing like this rubato type of your performance, then you have to kind of look at the waves, but then you also listen to the original sound coming from the monitors in order to kind of sync all things up. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you found it helpful, please press the like button. It helps the algorithm, and push the video out to more people. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to this channel. I have new videos every week. So I hope to see you next week. Take care.